Alright, hey y'all, it's Pizza Hulk back here today in the Long Dark. Back here in the survival immersion run. A little run I've got set up based more on the settings that I like to play in the Long Dark. What I think is most, as close to realism as we can get in a video game. It's a combination of interloper, stalker, voyager, pilgrim, everything. It's a custom run. Some things would be much easier than they would be an interloper, right? But there's things that are going to be extremely more difficult than they would be in like Pilgrim or Voyager mode. So, sun's going down. I'm just going to walk and talk a little bit. I want to see if I can get my hands on a few more harvestables. And then I think I just heard a ptarmigan. I did. I might see if I can hunt them in the morning, though. It's a little dark tonight. And it's snowing. And I'm playing on a smaller screen than I'm used to. And, ah, man, they're right there, though. And they're very small and hard to see. I don't know about the weather. Anyway, how you guys doing? Hope you're out there having a good day. Hope you're doing what you want to do and it's going well. I'm having a nice day. Weather hasn't gotten completely terrible just yet today, so that's nice. I'm getting the little thing on here. Here we go. All right. Anyway, yeah, it's a nice day in Virginia. It's not too bad. It's going to get hotter later this afternoon, but it's weird. It's like the morning and mid-afternoon aren't too bad, and then I've got a few errands to run later this afternoon, but right now I'm having a good time playing the Long Dark, so I'm having a good day too. We had a rough start, but that's the idea, and things are just going to be rougher in this playthrough than I do a lot of videos either based on, trying to show off like new DLC. I got a lot of videos on that kind of stuff. So I'm not always trying to have, a tough run. I'm trying to be able to get around as easily as possible, actually. So we can actually get to the new stuff. Listening. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, let me... Hold on one second. There we go. Almost back. Yeah, I needed to flip the blinds because it is so bright in here. I couldn't even see the difference between the acorns in the ground. Anyway, I might have to double check on the way out. But yeah, I'm glad I'll just wait on the ptarmigan. Hopefully it'll be there in the morning. I absolutely feel like I would miss it at this particular moment. I haven't been having a lot of great luck with my aim on that anyway recently. And I believe I found a bow, but we're a minute before we get to fire-hardened arrows. And we'll see. Hey, Mrs. Wright, how's it going? Hope you're out there having a good day. I was just saying I was having a pretty nice one myself. The weather isn't quite as gross today as it is usually. At least not right now. But it is bright and I can barely see the screen. But yeah, we're back here in the immersion run. Things are a little tougher. But also realistic. There's knives and hatchets because there would be. And there's some synthetics laying around that'll be helpful. I think I might try to focus on getting some skins going this time though. And get some wolf stuff from the trader. Yeah, I feel like I was saying in the early episodes, I'm going to focus on building. And just having, you know, the survival aspect of it. Hello? Oh, it's a deer. I mean, I'm looking out, it's not that cold. I almost kind of want to go. But oof. It's not like it's the most exciting view with the way we're going. It's a lot of canyon and tunnels that lead to canyons. And surprise, tunnels. That's right. Let's see if I check the water tower. A quick peek up here. Do I have a lantern? I do. Oh. Doing all right. Let's see. I think temperature-wise, it was around 32. Yep. Found out these pants are pretty good. Early game pants. They were looking pretty decent. I mean, we look ridiculous. No, I look like I'm about to rob a britches in the 1990s. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I think we'll just sneak inside. I mean, it's actually clearing up a little more now that I walked away from where I was looking for things. Isn't that awesome? Alright, let's get inside, though. And yeah, I wanted to start out here. I started out the video with this because I wanted people to see this glitched room. There's quite a few glitches going on in the old Long Dark right now. So, you know, if I suddenly stop streaming, it's not because I just turned it off or something went, you know, something went wrong is what happened. The game keeps crashing. I got the water, the warmth. Alright. It's the carry weight that's going to be frustrating tomorrow. Excuse me, because I'm going to have to make some choices. Some of them will be easy, some of them will be tougher. There we go. But I want to cook all these acorns when we get back to Broken Railroad. Or we get to Broken Railroad in this playthrough. We haven't been there yet. But I think, I mean, it's nearly not late enough to go to sleep either, though. Oof. Oh, they're all cured already. Man, pizza. Not too bad at this game. Well, yeah, the way I play it. Do we have maglins? I think I do. yeah, that one's pretty good. Don't really need a spare. I don't think they ever lose any durability. So, you might end up getting up there. How much is in the, ooh, it's pretty late though. They're heavy for early game. Guts are pretty good too. Yeah, just this one. Alright, so we got the hat. Yeah, so we got the rabbit gloves whenever we get to the workbench. That'll be huge. Alright. Assessed. There we go. Yeah, let's look around now. Anyway, so yeah, if it just, you know, if it blue screens, it usually gives me a second to shout a goodbye at least. But if not, you know, I just like everybody, you know, thank everybody who tunes in, says hello. Everybody that's liked and subscribed and all those good things. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for checking out the videos. I really like, well, one of my favorite things actually of doing the videos is, I start to say goodbye. But say thank you, and, you know, hello and all that good stuff, so. It's always a bummer when it just cuts out. Looks like I've been through here pretty well, though. Yeah, I think I just need to go back further towards where I was. That cracking ice sound, isn't that fun? Especially when you're running around in a place, you know, I haven't stepped on every chunk of ice out here. But I mentioned before, I mean, this is one of the coldest regions in the game, so. You would think it'd be fun. Look around for any harvestables. I don't know if there's any saplings in this place. Truthfully. Let's grab a couple more sticks. Yeah, I want to try to get all the acorns and everything together. Any harvestables. Again, it's kind of a nice night. I wish I was walking, but I'm gonna need a little rest. We're taking quite a trip. So I was was actually on. Oh, there are some saplings. Dope. Hey, little bun. 1 little 2 little 3 buns. Anyway, mostly talking about, you know, Black Frost and what, oh, just people putting their dream list together of what they want in the game, what they don't want in the game, what they hope, you know, people want to know. The big discussion is basically the new Black Frost going to be just kind of like Tails. And I don't think anybody really thinks that, but a few people. But anyway, people get to start talking about the glitches, and I was talking about the crashing and everything. But there is a cool glitch right now. Let's cut this on for just a sec. Or I don't even know if it's a glitch. People are saying it might just be part of the game now, where people are getting multiple moose spawns in a region. So, oh, check it.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Oh, 5% is terrible, but I mean, we'll get the gut at least. Probably the hide. But anyway, somebody, I forget where they were. Oh. It wasn't mystery, but we'll use mystery because people know mystery has a moose spawn, right? So basically they spawn into like their new spawn. They're like, oh, there's a moose by the, you know, ranger's shack. Oh, cool. Oh, There's a moose up by the dam. Well, that's crazy. Oh, there's a moose by the frozen pond. On the map at the same time. And apparently it's common, so I will be looking for multiple moose. I don't even care if I have a rifle or any way to hunt them, really. I just want to see it happen. Where were they? Maybe they were in Timberwolf. Or at, no, I think it was Ash Canyon. Anyway. Well, that's who I was talking to. But there are several other examples. Alright, let's get these acorns. But anyway, there's still things to fix. Let's face it. I guess that's where the conversation went. It was like, hey, let's all like talk about Black Frost and what we want. And it was like, hey, I wish they'd fix some of these bugs that we still got right now. Oh man, at least it's not a glimmer fog. Something crazy like that. Man, this is great. These acorns are going to be huge. If I can find some oatmeal, we'll definitely be Brecon Railroad with the ability to make pies. Maybe even some pies in my pocket. That would be nice. Did I get the recipe here? I did. Alright. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to try to do in this run is try to get some... focus a little more on recipes. I don't really usually do that. But I'm just trying to, like... And why pizza? I think it would be cool. I haven't really done that much with it, except for when the game first came out. Or not the game, the DLC. But yeah, building in the trader. I'm going to try to do the trader tales in this one. I think it'll come in handy because our loot table's on Stalker, but I've also modified it, you know, so that there's less, you know, stuff on the ground. There's going to be more containers that don't have anything in them. Excuse me. So some of it's set, in, you know, like I said, more to Interloper. I think I grabbed these the other day. Lots of fur here. It's kind of a long ways to go for it, but if you come here to build here, that's good because a lot of stuff takes fur. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have just pounds of acorns in my pockets. I do have the well-fed bonus, so that'll help a little bit. But it is, like I said, I'm going to have to make some hard choices. Some of them, you know, like, alright, I'll probably leave the jerry can. I'll fill up my lantern and, if it needs it, and then I'll just leave it here. Hey, buddies. But it's just too heavy. Saplings are definitely coming with me. That's a nice little find early on. An educational, like I said, I didn't even know. Oh. I transfer through the transfer pass. I usually get here, make fire, make a little safety camp. And it's, you know, it's where you go when you're bouncing around to these other three places. Oh, let's not scare them. I might be able to see them at this point. Bounce, city bounce. Hello? Right there. Alright. do like that I'm throwing like, down upon them, but there's this ridge right in front of me. Oh, I gotta get really close. Alright, it's hard to see. Look, I'm setting up my excuse. Ah, oh, nailed him. All right, come here, come here, come here. Oh, I ran over him. Come here. Gotcha. Look away. Said that one kind of late, but whatever.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
You know it. That's a good thing, Astrid. That's a very good thing. Now, we're going straight inside because it's going to take like 5 hours to pull feathers off this thing. So, and I do want to get some rest. I mean, it won't be too bad. We can get up a little bit later. That way, if it does get colder, right, we'll have a little bit more. We'll be closer to noon because we were getting cold for a minute in the wind. Poor Astrid's hungry and thirsty. I'm working on it, Astrid. I'm working on it. Alright, so this is still warm. I want to cut into that as soon as possible. Did I find a knife? I sure did. No wonder I'm so heavy. So I got 2 hammers. Nice! Yeah, we'll be back here sooner than later. It's good tools. Alright. Might have to lose the bearskin bedroll. 6 pounds versus 2 pounds. It just, you know. Oh, you're dog sitting? That's nice. I am well, thank you for asking. Doing good. I probably answered you while you were running. I just said, it's a nice day in Virginia. I'm having a nice morning. It's good. I had to shut the shade so I could see a little better. Alright. Yeah, I guess we just need to eat and go to sleep. Oh no, I need to clean this bird. There we go. I know it really even doesn't matter. It's like minutes, right? Yeah. Okay. 2 hours. Here's the good part, though. We'll get a decent amount of carcass harvesting. Now, the smart thing to do would actually be do it by hand, so I get even more. But I do want to get some rest tonight. And we're only going to get like a few hours. So actually, yeah, we'll see. Get up around noon. Hopefully the weather's decent. I know, I'm working on it. She's so hungry. We got so little food. Wait, I just put that in the suitcase. Oh, pizza. Let's see. What's on the ground? These are in decent shape. What about that peanut butter? Yeah, there we go. There's my calories for today. Oh. Yeah, let me move that. My drink beside me. Well, good on you. Yeah. My neighbor has a cat, but they take it everywhere they go. Alright, how do we do? We need a little more. Let's drink a soda. Water's not an issue, but the calories. Oh yeah, this will be the start of a lovey, a lovey, a love affair with cattails. Be a bit more useful in this playthrough than normal. There we go. Alright, good on that. Yeah, I think we're gonna snuggle up in the bearskin bedroll for tonight, and then it's getting left behind. Let's see what 7 hours does. But yeah, my neighbors, they're young. I think the girlfriend, I think she's still in college. And, because she's like, well, she's always here whenever college would be out on break. But they're fun. They ride bikes a lot, and they're very young and athletic. It's beautiful. All right, let's see. We're gonna be taking the tools. Gotta have those. Take the best hammer.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I know, we're just getting started, Astrid. We need that. And all these. Sorry, poor bunny. I'm gonna abandon you. Excuse me. All of these. Probably not. Let's just fill up on what we got here, and then that way the jerry can will be full when I retrieve it in day tour. I barely touched it. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's fine too. Alright, yoink yoink. Ooh, 3 pry bars. That's a lot of pry bars. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna take one. It'd be nice to have some spares, but I already know where I'm going. There's like guaranteed at least 2 to 3 pry bars, so not worried about that. Give me all the acorns. So we take this, take those. Yeah, that's fine for now. Case of emergencies. Yeah, I don't want that.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
No, ma'am. Both of these for sure. The wire. Yeah. Man, all right. That's a lot of flares for early game too. That's really helpful. Plus where we're going. All right. You hear me talking myself in and out of things. All right. Some calories for getting thirsty is always nice. What shape are you? Ooh, no. Nope. Nope. All right, I want the oatmeal. Yeah, it's mostly sodas, isn't it? All right. Guess we're living on the liquid calories. That'll work. Now we got all those cattails. All right, I'm gonna say that's pretty good. I think even with, you know what? Let's lose. You know, we'll lose another pound of water. There we go. Look at all these sodas. Sorry, Mr. Bedroll. You're beautiful. You're in decent shape. So warm. So warm. This stuff will probably be ruined by the time we get back. Not gonna worry about that at all. Oh, you know what we could do though? Let's grab. Yeah. All right. Let's grab this and drop one of those and replace it with 2 more of these. Oh yeah, that's making me feel much better. I can grab sticks along the way. Anything else I can lose? Not really. Oh, the wind's picking up. That's fun. We'll keep a couple torches. Let me tell you, we got almost 6 pounds of acorns. Alright, yeah, we'll believe the books. Because I'm going to be kind of slow. I knew I was going to be. Plus, fun stuff along the way. Now you're saying, Diesel Pizza, you left that really amazing thermos. Yeah, well. I always forget to use them anyway. Cattails and can have saved lives. Yes, they have. Yep. I'm gonna do another playthrough eventually where we're gonna do the full-on like interloper settings, mostly. But the weather is definitely interloper in this one. So temperatures now, how it affects me, makes me ill, you know, hypothermia, frostbite, all that stuff. That's interloper. Temperature's going to get colder over time. That's interloper. Are set to the interloper setting, which I think is 20 degrees over 50 days. So, and again, league table's been messed with. Everything's going to be a bit rougher than even Stalker. So, but we are going to have hatchets and knives because why? Because in a world like this, we would at least find a kitchen knife, and I also feel like I'd find a hatchet, or at least something I could use as a hatchet somewhere. All these people live up here got a shed full of axes because they need them to chop wood and do all the things they need to do to live here. And after an earthquake and an apocalypse, I don't think you're cleaning out every axe or all your kitchen knives. And again, these people are butchering bears and moose, so there's going to be decent equipment around. Immersion! And if I find something really spectacular, I could always leave a few acorns on the ground. But I really want to get them there, so I can get that cooking score. I believe there's acorns, a few in Broken Railroad too. Get them and my oatmeal up to the lodge and start beating up that 6-burner stove. Hopefully we'll find a can opener and we'll get some cans open. Do I have one? I don't. Oh, I do. Never mind. What? Yeah. No, last time I did the series, I had one of those blue screen crashes I was talking about earlier. Can you get up here? Yeah. But what? Um. Yeah, my glankles, they're gonna be fine. I don't play with that. Again, it's not. Here's the thing. It's not realistic because every slope you break, you know. I walk down a hill and I have sprained ankles and wrists. You spent half this game when sprains turned on with sprains. It's way too high. Looking if it was a little more nuanced, the degree, you know, the degree of the slope increased the chances for the sprain. It was like some of the stuff you get sprains on, it was just like a 5% chance, and some of the stuff it was maybe like 35-40% chance. I might play with sprains on. But just walking around with these, like I said, these glass ankles and wrists, just no. Mm-mm. Can't do it.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Half the cloth I use for repairs, I'd have to use for fixing my wrists and ankles. Alright, let's talk about loot in this really dark tunnel. There's not much. I do believe you can find a random piece of coal or two. And I do believe a flare or two. And it's really not like, again, like I said, it's not a ton of stuff. It's not very visible. I'm not too worried about it. I'd rather save on the fuel and the flares right now because the flares come in handy for more exploration. Plus, there is an area I'm going to want to light a flare in for sure. Excuse me. I can tell you, when I lived in Colorado, it's so dry there, and there's so fewer like grasses and like all. Like I lived up in the mountains too, so it wasn't like Virginia is just covered in farmland and grasses and pollen and you know pine trees and this is the you see pictures on the internet of everything covered in yellow. I live in that place, so. When I lived in Colorado, I had no allergies. It was beautiful. At least not like it is here. So, if you're ever thinking about moving somewhere, and you're like, that's a consideration. And take it into play. Arizona, Mexico, Colorado, places like that. We can get into those dry, more arid places. Now, you see I titled this one The Long Walk, which is actually a funny nickname that sometimes people call the Long Dark because you do so much walking. But, yeah, we do. This and the... I say this every time, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's dumb. This trek and the trek to Black Rock is just tedious. And I'll throw in Forsaken Airfield, too, because... That's even worse. I hate that one probably the most. Well, Black Rock I hate the most. There's some shrooms. The weather was pretty mean to me when I started, but I'm getting pretty lucky in this bit. In a warm night last night. Hey, buddy. Warm day today. Oh, can't wait to run into him again and again and again. See, again, immersion run, people. One wolf is not coming to attack you pretty much any time. It would be better if it was like an indicator. Like if he went off to find his pack, dude, that would be a cool wolf mechanic. Like if he came back with friends, that would make more sense to me. Flare, look cold.
I'll take it.
I was about to say, man, if I wasn't in that box, even with only my 3 arrows. You're lucky there might be a moose and broken railroad. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. I've said this before. Here's what I think. Maybe they'll put this in Black Frost. Maybe they won't. A lot of people don't think they will. There is a lot of hope, though, that the mechanics for the wolves are going to be fixed as well as refined. I just think it's a really goofy mechanic. I don't think it works well at all. I think that, again, one wolf is not coming to get me, especially somebody with a, and points a weapon at them. I mean, but beyond that, how do you beat wolves? Well, you just hope it's not. You just travel when it's not too windy. And even on some of the windy days, you can get away with it. It's weird, the mechanics of wind in this game as well. But yeah, you just walk around with a torch. You're constantly picking up sticks. You're constantly making more torches. And you're constantly walking around with a torch and a rock in your hand. And that's how you beat wolves in this game. Well, they added the timber wolves, and then you got to throw your rock. When you're going into timber wolf territory, you want torches and multiple rocks in your pocket. And you can throw your torches and hit them in the face, or your rocks, or take shots at them, or whatever. I don't know. I think the timber wolves are actually implemented much better than the regular wolves. But if you're playing Stalker or Interloper, it's the regular wolves that are really the problem. Particularly Stalker, you got so many, so it's just, you know. But like I said, if they, the first, like, let's say 3 months of this game, and again, one wolf never attacks you, it just doesn't happen. But in the first 3 months, or at least for the first, you know, let's say, alright, so like 3 months of the game, you have low wolf encounters, low wolf attacks, because why? Well, those guys, man, I could go over, or I could get the loot. I could at least see what the loot is in here. No, I'll save it for when I come. Should I save it for when I come back? But yeah, so like I said, low chances of encounters. Obviously, if you come across a pack, you're in trouble. And again, maybe even, you know, we'll say even 2 wolves. We'll call that a pack. But
I'm not sure
then
I
after
cared
3
much more.
months, you know, our wolves are getting hungry. There's less food around. So your encounters go up. The size of the wolf packs go up. And like I said, maybe our wolves are getting a little smarter. And they're going to get their buddies. But the truth is, depending on what you're wearing and the condition of it, you know, an interloper, one wolf can kill you. End of game. And that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And that's where that immersion part comes in. And again, like I said, if after 6 months to a year, and we're talking about, you know, starving wolves, then yeah, maybe we do get attacked by a singular wolf. Some scared little thin gaunt monster coming to get you, you know? Like the zone of contamination wolves. Not really scoring too much. Did I miss anything? Come back there. I think the bear works okay. I think the moose is great, you know. Yeah, the glare is massive on this game with the
I wonder if I
lantern.
can drop any of this gear.
Oh yeah, much appreciated. Yeah, there's times where I'm in a cave and I've got the lantern. I'm just, I mean, honestly, torches are the best for looking at anything. You never know. Pizza does seem to get chewed on by a bear at least a couple times per playthrough. Since it's less likely to happen, I'd rather carry that than the antiseptic bottle. Alright, remember when you carry in a torch, flare, whatever, you get an extra 4-degree warmth bonus. So. But yeah, we're going to use this flare and a couple more, or at least one more as we go through this next building here. Doesn't look like any real goodies back there that I need. No bad guys out here today. I think there can be wolves out here on the ice. But I cannot confirm or deny because, again, remember they moved all the animals around, so. Yeah, this game is amazing. Like, it's so pretty. You know, we talked about that before. The visuals of it, but they do put care into, like, doesn't always happen fast. You don't always get what you want, but they do listen at Hinterland, and they do get certain things fixed pretty quickly. Or eventually. Eh. Get up there. That's not. I thought it might make it to the cave, but it's not. Anyway, there was another way to get over here. We can skip the cave, and you can just come over and you get on top of this bridge. I go down this way, but there's a locked door for you to get in this building. Now, I found it on Interloper, but it's not guaranteed. Remember, so if you go that way, you could kind of end up stuck on this bridge because there's also a rope climb down, but you're hoping that a rope and a pry bar appear, or I guess either or. But because you have to come in, there's almost always a pry bar up there. Sometimes there's two. This place is very dark. Actually, let's go for this right now. Yeah, see the glare on that is crazy. You to like hold it up and look down. And they definitely have tweaked the mechanics of like the physics for carrying heavy stuff. I've noticed her, you know, getting breathy and having a harder time getting up stairs, hills, etc. Let's give her a soda. There we go. Anything back here? Nope. Let's see. But sometimes there's a pry bar here, I think. Or no, it's actually at the end here. Stalker table settings, I would bet not only is there one here, there's probably two out here. But we'll see. So yeah, it's sitting right there. There we go. And then out here in this train car, also a lot of times there's another pry bar. But you can also find a Mackinac in this train car, so let's see if there's one sitting in there. It's one of those spots that's always worth checking. again, it can have some OP loot. It can have a pry bar. Who knows? It might have some antibiotics and a piece of cloth. But it's something.
I think I can use this.
So there's that pry bar. Here's the rope. I wasn't too concerned about either one of these things right now. And the Mackinac. Alright.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I will say that since the last update, though, the hitboxes are even worse than they were. It's already bad trying to, like, clean up your deer and wolves and moose and stuff. And sometimes it's very hard to get a hitbox for them. I'm just going to drag these pry bars and very slowly head inside. But then I'm going to leave some stuff here. We are pretty close to broken, but I don't know if you noticed, so I had auto walk on. And if you have auto walk on, you actually move slower than if you're walking yourself. And there's another little glitch in this game that if you travel at a 90-degree angle, you also move faster. And that, my friends, is something I've been saying for years. And has been confirmed by the great Bashrobe, so... Haha. Anyway, I left that other pry bar there. Because it's never a bad thing to have an extra pry bar laying around on the map somewhere. We're going to dip back here. Have a look in this office real quick. I think you can get a special flashlight in here. Here it is. The miner's flashlight. That's right, only children can use it. No, it's extra awesome during an aurora, I suppose. What are you? These are floating flea smittens.
This'll come in handy.
Those aren't bad, but I think right now I'm just going to stick with the boots I have, just because waterproofing's really good on them. The wear boots, I think they have better warmth. Oh, we'll take that. 100%. You're fine. But yeah, I want waterproof right now more than anything. Keep them toesies dry, y'all. Poor Astrid. Just beat this poor lady up. No. Anyway, so coming through here again, you know, we can keep an eye out for, like, flare, loose bit of coal, but again, they don't really put much stuff in these places. I know. Most our caloric intake is going to be based on either cattails or a soda, Astrid. Which would you rather have? I'd rather chug a soda than gnaw on a cattail. Always looking here. Sometimes you can find like something, a little flare or something. You guys, we're doing the ultimate long dark thing here. We're just trumping through. Encumbered and still looking for more loot. Sad thing is I am going to pass a few things. Now, the problem is, the best thing would be if I could just, you know what I should do? I should probably just hang out in Broken Railroad for a few days. But, oh, here we go. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'll make the rabbit gloves while I'm here. So anyway, we'll get to whatever, the maintenance thing. We'll have a quick look around in the little office that's out there. Dump everything in the lockers. And probably go ahead and head up to the lodge tonight, if the weather will allow it. A little piece of coal. So like I said, you know, you don't have to fret too hard walking through here in the dark. You can absolutely be done.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Oh, you might miss a few, you know, torches and things or whatever, but you're not missing a pistol. You're not. You're not missing a Mackinac. You're not missing anything too fancy in here. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the visuals. But I really like what they've done. They definitely made things darker, like a couple updates back, and that was crazy. I was doing videos. I think it was in the
this much gear.
Pilgrim for Noob series that I noticed it. I know, Astrid. It's crazy. I want to stop and pick up some of this firewood on the way too, but I think we'll leave it. Because I'll be breaking up some crates in the little maintenance place anyway. Huffing and puffing, that's how you do it. But yeah, we'll see about maybe smacking a couple more ptarmigan. I don't think I'm going to rush through here, but I don't plan to spend too much time here either. Food will definitely be a problem. Even with even with all the acorns and oatmeal, the oatmeal will be helpful.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Oh, more liquid calories, but we can eat that power bar. Let's just do that. There you go. And then how about this crappy soda? It'll probably be okay. And one cattail. Nom nom nom. There you go. Alright, let's see if the dead lady's got anything. Got some nice boots on.
Probably useful.
Okay, candy bars is the word today. Muffin, okay. I don't even know if feathers can land up here, can they? But anyway, usually I would grab these, but we're going to leave them for the day. We're so heavy, we well, we wouldn't break the metal, I guess. Alright. Made it! We are now what I consider officially in Broken Railroad anyway. Now listen, it's only going to take like 2-3 minutes. And this crazy will bother me over and over again. Look at buddy. Now see, that's the proper reaction. But the other thing I've always mentioned about the wolves too is that, you know, when you do, even if, look, here's another pry bar. They really want to make sure you can get through that door. But this is good because, again, I've said this a bunch of times. There's only so many things in this game that you can open with a pry bar. So eventually I think they're great tools for cracking ice. And yes, hammers, ooh, we will take that. Hammers are the best when it comes to quickly breaking it and the durability, etc. That is 100% true. You can fix them with scrap metal.
I think I can use this.
We'll take it, we might need the cloth. And you can fix them with the milling machine and bleak. But if they end up being useless, and you got 30 of the things just sitting around in a in a place, what are you going to do with them? See, Mrs. Wright agrees. She knows. She knows. Yeah. They're just basically, and it's funny because I actually I do love it. I love seeing all the, you know, videos and stills and stuff of people's bases. And they got them all decorated out and they have it like, you know, there's a room full of teas that are all cooked up. And they got like a table full of hacksaws and hammers and, you know, crowbars and everything. It looks cool, but yeah, they're pretty much at a certain point one of the most. At one point, they're one of the most helpful things to have in the game, and at another, they're one of the most useless. And then also in Interloper, again, they're pretty useless because most of the time when you crack open a locker, I mean, it happens a decent amount in Stalker, but in Interloper, I mean, most of the containers you're using that pry bar are on don't have anything at all in them. So, ooh, jerry can.
Who owns this stuff?
Ugh, I can't believe I picked it up, but I don't want to leave it in this truck. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, people of all types and ages, I like to always let people know where dangerous places are, even if they're not going to be super dangerous for pizza in this particular playthrough. This is a very dangerous place. Plus, they've added timber wolves. So, that's even more fun. So yeah, the wolves are bad here. Really, really bad. The bear is super obnoxious. You got a possible moose here to beat you up. And where you have this incredible base, this place right here, where you're like, man, it's indoor outdoor, it's got an actual indoor attached to it. I can craft here. I can forge here. This place is the best. Except you're just constantly surrounded by wolves. And they live in this, again, which seems highly unlikely to me. Like wolves wolves wouldn't live in this. They have a den. They have like a cave place. If they were anywhere in here, it'd be in this building, I guess, where like the open door part is. I don't know. But they love it here. What are we at? 114 pounds. 77-pound carry weight. We're almost, I mean, I think you can get up to like 120, 125, I think, before you like grind to a halt. With our well-fed bonus. Usually a good place to get some batteries.
Never know. Could end up
Right.
being useful.
Again, food is my biggest concern here right now. Oop. A lot of times I recommend, you come here with some snares in your pocket, you come here with some weapons, you go up to the lodge, kill whatever wolves are up there, if you can, and then start taking rabbits. The biggest problem is the
Hope
wolves,
nobody
when you get
needs
up
this
there, they
anymore.
just immediately start eating all the rabbits. But we don't really have a way to deal with them. Surrounded by wolves and no bunnies to eat.
Feels like night is
Hey,
coming.
they made it to kind of safety. Woo!
This'll come in handy.
It will. It's leather. So yeah, we used our pry bar on this and got nothing, and that's pretty much like I said. That's just interloper in a nutshell. Haha! Look, as we get the acorns. Right, let's get all this stuff on the ground like quickly. It's not all of it's cured. Go. Nice. Those energy bars have a lot of calories, so. Whoops. Let's keep those. Actually, let's keep those. There it is. Here's where we can start dumping off a bunch of junk we aren't really gonna need right now. Nice. I got a good set of torches, that's for sure. Pretty nice. And let's see. We'll take the food with us. Oh, actually, we'll see what we find up there. We'll take those. Might end up fixing them while we're up there. We'll see what happens. Alright, what's this? Ooh,
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
it will come in handy, Astrid. Thank you. Very nice. We'll check all this stuff later. It's just more stuff in my pockets right now. But let's pop in real. Got the hiccups real quick. Get a save. That's what I'm trying to say. And then
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
see if there's any food laying around. You want to be careful in here. If an aurora pops in, you can get fried. Coffee! Tea! Dang it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just more interested in getting some calories up the hill with me. What you got for me?
I'll take it.
Bit of leather. I mean, a couple hours of fire, but not that helpful. Round and round she goes where she stops. Nothing. Oh, use more ammo. Maybe we'll find a pistol. Oh, there we
I
go.
can use this.
2 good books to find right off. Again, we'll go through drawers and stuff later. I don't need a flashlight, that's for sure. Dusting sulfur. There we go. How much coal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. We got a rope. We got enough to forge now if we want. There's rarely a hammer here in Broken Railroad, but I think there can be. What do we got here?
The owner's around.
Oh, we can eat that. In fact, we can eat that right now. There you go. She likes these. I don't know. I assume she does. What do we got? Ooh, take that. What am I wearing underneath mine? I don't know. Cloth. Backups. Alright, let's hit the locker.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Waste of... I mean, those things are good if you don't have to carry them far. If I grab both of those, it's like 10 pounds. One more. Oh! Very good score on the gun cleaning kit. Could find a rifle up at the lodge, so... Oh no! I was gonna say, whoa! I didn't know if I could get out of that. No, not right now. Again, mainly looking for snacks. Let's look in here real quick. Nothing. Wires. Yeah. Alright, let's bail. I can dig through here later. Another funny thing about the tools and like pry bars and stuff, if you have like two, let's say you have three in your inventory, one's at
I'm not sure I
73%,
can carry much more.
the other two at 100%, right? You go up to a locker, it'll pick the one that's at 100%. Go up to another locker, it'll pick the other one that's at 100%. Find another locker, it'll pick the one at 99. I don't understand that. So if you don't know, a lot of times, excuse me, if you have multiple tools in your inventory, you might want to drop one before you use it. Goes with knives, goes with, you know, everything, so. I was going to kind of look for moose when I was in here. They moved him over, like, here. It used to be back further that way. And I say that, you know, it could be here, it might not, but this is one of the locations where a moose can spawn and have moose markings on the trees. Kind of, I believe, you know, starting somewhere in this area. But it's snowing pretty good. It's dark. I don't think I see any moose signs, so. We're gonna keep on keeping on. But yeah, basically it used to spawn behind this big rock. Now it spawns over there on the shoreline. Alright. I think there's one more set of rose hips, and then we're going to go up to the lodge, see what the wolf situation is. Now, I believe this is... Oh, well, alright. This was, and I believe still is, a moose spawn location up by the lodge. It seems ridiculous that they would take it away from there. I don't remember hunting it here since they've reset the animals, but like I said, I'm pretty sure. What am I doing? Uh, it's still out here. Alright, now we'll keep an eye out for moose sign or moose. Again, there's not much I can probably do about the wolves. If they're here, except try to hurry up. The other thing, there's ptarmigan up here. There's quite a few. We'll go after them. Again, I can't really tell in the trees right now. If there's any moose rubbing, it's like walking through like a kaleidoscope of snow. It's a little dizzying. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the big wet snow when there's no wind, but this particular type of snow, especially at night, visually is very rough to get through in the long dark. But again, walking through the snow at night is not easy to do. If you see, like if I stand here right now, you can already see it's going in different directions. It comes at me, it drifts off to like the left and the right, and then as you're moving, you get another effect where it kind of moves with you too. So, like I said, it's a little trippy. I seem to be wolfless. No, they're out there. Alright, yeah, let's get in the doors. Like I said, before they start eating all the other wildlife I'd like to get my hands on.
Huh. What have we here?
Zap bars for the win, I'm telling you. We're scoring on those. Yeah, the wolves thankfully are a little bit further on the ice, so I might grab a few more of these rose hips and then head inside. I don't think I've ever found anything in this shed. Pop in the back door here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the fire tonight. I might go just do...
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I might look around tomorrow. I think I got enough water. Yeah, I think I'm good for tonight. Problem is, I got a decent amount of energy. What time is it? I probably don't have enough time to do that. I don't remember if there's any crates in the basement. I brought some coal with me. I just don't think it's worth having 2 fires. If it wasn't snowing so hard, and those goofy wolves weren't going to eat everything in sight. Ooh! Big score! There's the oatmeal I was hoping would be here. We got flour and oil, perfect. Oh!
Perfect.
So, yeah. Wolves aren't going to be a problem. That little moose shows up. It's not going to be a problem. Up in the basement. Real quick. There we go. So I think what we'll do... Oh, look at all this ammo. 22 pounds of salt there. Is clean the gun up tonight. Alright. Mainly what I wanted to do is see if there's any potatoes and any firewood. Nope. Alright. Let's get... So yeah, we'll just go up and hang out in the bedroom. Eat some snacks, drink some soda, etc.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Aster's not going to be able to carry this load for much longer. So we're going to make her stand there. Oh, sewing book. Yes. Man.
This will come in handy.
2 jackets. That's nice. Okay. Oh, we get a fancy sweater? This can be really nice early game, but we don't really need it now. Alright. Astrid. Would you like some new dog food? I would. Because we could use an extra can for what we're going to be doing. So. Alright, yep. And yup. Well, that should do it for tonight. And let's clean a gun. And this will be good because we can start getting up, you know, your gun cleaning score goes up some on your own. And then it also goes up when you're advance the rifle and the pistol. Well, actually, I guess the base skill doesn't go up. It's just like a bonus from the level on the rifle. Yeah, that makes more sense. Either way, this is going to take up a good bit of this gun kit. Hopefully we find Vaughn's rifle. Well, we'll find Vaughn's rifle. But we can get another gun cleaning kit. Let's see. Let's use this 50%. Get this rifle up into the 70s. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Alright, let's just go to sleep. Probably wake up pretty early, which isn't too bad, except it could be really cold. Sun's right about there. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay, right? Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Get a little extra right off the top. Let's actually pull this stuff. Hello? You guys, these socks aren't really here. These socks aren't really here. Now I could go into the, was there a rope up here? I didn't remember. Maybe it's in the back room. Anyway, Oh, there's a big score. That's what I'm always looking for. Oh, and they're new. Are you kidding me? Wow. Oh, boy. Alright, so those are absolutely going on. They're so heavy, but these are so lame. We don't have any extra underwears on right now. That's fine. I should probably bring stats down right now. We got those. Never. Is this warmer already? No, we need to fix it first. Okay, that's fine. I cannot believe. There's the other recipe. I was like, I think it's either up here or downstairs. A pie, any meat eater would. Well, lunchbox ready. What do we got? There's the rope. We're just gonna pull it out into the hallway. Astrid hates me. She definitely hates me. Dude, I've been complaining about weight, and you're like, hey, let's grab this. I wonder if you can. Is there a drawer on this, or is it just like a open? Oh, okay. I would say this would be one of the cooler places to definitely decorate. Doesn't look like anything. Probably wouldn't hurt to check with another light source, but whatever. I want to get this day going. I want to get all this crap on the ground or in a box or something. Yeah, we'll speed down the stairs. Woo! Let's start dropping gear so we can go for a walk, hopefully, weather permitting. How much can you get in here? Quite a bit. Right. Use, and use. Oh, I didn't mean to bring that. I don't have a pistol. I don't need all that ammo. The rifle takes 10, so we'll just load that up in a minute. And we'll put that in other stuff. Throw that on the ground. I don't like it too bad. How are we looking at today? Yeah, I knew I'd be hungry. Let's get one of these sodas in me. I like orange soda. You guys like orange soda? I like all the flavored soda. I like orange, I like grape, I like all that stuff. I know a lot of people don't like that. I like root beer, cream soda. If it's a kind of a weird soda flavor, I kind of like it. Like me and Mrs. Wright talked about it once. I'm a Pepsi guy. And this, ooh, it's almost as warm already. It will be warmer eventually. So we found this cool Mackinac, which is awesome. Oh, I think we're going to be reading today. Breaking up some furniture, maybe. Blizzard, I think, just started. But we got, I usually wear this because it's got good warmth and it weighs a pound 10 less than this. So, sorry, Mackinac. But a Mackinac is an incredibly good jacket to have as a backup. I don't think I'll be taking it to Mystery Lake with me right now, but I might sew it up. In fact, I'm going to sew it up before I leave here. Is there a cooking pot up here? Yes, but not one I can use. Oh. Alright. Okay, so, alright, so this is all the jackets we kind of want to kind of keep around for emergencies, at least for now, particularly this early in the game. This stuff we can toss on the ground here. These are good boots to keep around. I don't think I'll fix them at this point, though. And then, again, this stuff is, like the Mac, this is S tier, right? S tier, S tier, maybe A, B. Depends on how you look at it. I think one's a little heavier. Alright, we're up to 75. I knew it was going to be heavy because we got the rifle on us. Could lose the bow. It doesn't weigh that much, though. Alright, what other canned goods do we have? We have peaches, pork and beans. There we go. The thing with the pork and beans is, though, I can get some cooking score from them. We got more dog food. Let's eat the dog food. So when I go and cook, I'll try to be hungry, and I'll have my first round be the pork and beans. So I can get another can. Maybe we'll find one when we're walking around. Yoink. That's going to help with all these acorns I brought with me. Can you do oatmeal in the pan? I'm not sure if you can. But if we end up getting a shot on anything, I think I don't know if this brings you up to level 1, does it? Or level 2, whatever it is. Not quite. It's a 4-hour book. What did it give me? Oh, I mean about halfway. We don't have a pistol. Sewing's coming up next. I'm starting to wonder if it's just a super windy day. So I could have been wasting time. I should have peeked out. the door, because sometimes you'll just have these really windy days. Nah, no, that's a blizzard for sure. Okay. Guess that's what we're doing today. I'll tell you what, let's go finish reading in the car. Should be warm enough now for sure. I can at least see when it's over. It's over. I'm still gonna read this hour of the book though. Pretty much an all-day blizzard. Can't do too much about that. A lot of Wolfie boys. Tended to take one out. They're just not that going to be that useful for me right now. But the rabbit, I could cook the meat though. Oh. Let's see if he comes this way. No. Alright. I'd rather go... we get it, dude. I'd rather go, look around. And, shoot one when I get back. Poor Astrid. She's like, you're on soda duty and you're not doing your job, buddy. There you go. Alright. Again, I'm not seeing any moose sign. I could have missed it when I was down below. It could be in the, like, rope climb part. We're just looking around. One thing we could do while we're here, and I've done it before, but generally I do it when I'm moose hunting. We might hit it. There's a lot of deer around here. Like, enough to make, you know, anything you need. The only thing I could use right now of deer skin, though, is, boots. But if you happen to start here, or... Oh, look.
Probably useful.
Probably. See, there's a broken arrow with the deer. Yep, perfect. So I've got like 4 arrows and a couple arrowheads at this point. Start working on that archery score a little earlier. Again, I definitely want to get the fire hardened arrows as well. Anyway, deer here, right? There's one. There's another up here by this cave, usually. What's up, Bun Buns? Run, Buns, run. Anyway, we got a doe down here. So yeah, I could have cleaned both these up, got a little bit of meat to cook. Got some guts. And the 2 skins I need for boots. but I'm going to wait. Because it would add like 3 pounds to my overall carry weight, so. Oh, because they don't looking too good. We got some firewood back here, though. Is it all fur?
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
It sure is. Alright, I have to come back this way anyway, so I'm just going to leave those 3 pieces of fur out here. Come back for it later. And then, like, literally I have to walk right back. Right through here. Yoink, yoink, yoink. And maybe we'll drop a few of these, too. Just give us up a little more weight. There you go. And then I believe there's definitely one more deer carcass this way, maybe 2. But once you get back into this little area, I don't think you get wolves back in there, so the cave would be a pretty good place to hang out to help you keep away from the wolves. But timber wolves do spawn here. I don't think I've seen them up here, though. This weather's crazy. Went from an all-day blizzard to a nice sunny day. Now I have increased my warp to over 34 degrees, so we're well over freezing, and then we are with our 18-degree windproof bonus. That's even better. So I think there used to be a dead guy up in there. I don't think he spawns there anymore. Oh, I know where the other deer is. So, yeah. Dead deer number 3. There's another deer on the ice. But here's why we're coming back here. I like the echo. Oh, that was good. Nah. That was good. Anyway, yeah. So we got another dead deer here, and I think there's maybe even one more where the rope climb is. So that's a total of 5 dead deer up near the lodge area. And these guys, again, back here, no wolves. Again, I don't know about timber wolves, but pretty easy to harvest if you can get back here. Uh-oh. Oh, do I not have a rock? Oh, I do, okay. Love to get another ptarmigan. We don't get a head wrap here. We can make an improvised insulation. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's one right there. Stop. That would have been a perfect shot. Nailed him. Get up, get up, get up. Come on, come on. Ooh. Look away, look away, look away. Alright.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Nice. 2 ptarmigan, 2 stones. That's what I like. Alright, how many old man's beer do I have on me? This way. 2. Let's grab one more. Now, old man's beard is all over the map. What I found out recently, though, you can use them to trade as harvestables for the trader. So, right now I'm just making sure I have some bandages. Later on I'll be collecting mass amounts to trade with the trader, so I don't have to trade rose hips or, reishi mushrooms or anything like that. Dude can get all the old man's beard. Now here's a wolfy boy. Oh no. There we go. Sorry, I just saw movement and just assumed. Did it make like a little breathing noise? Like a psh, like an actual deer? Maybe it did. We're gonna scare the heck out of it. Anyway, grab these acorns. The reason I'm coming way back here, there is a rope climb back here, if you're unaware. But more saplings can spawn back in this back area. Like I said, there's another deer carcass, I think. And of course, acorns. Now, I'm realizing I'm going to need a pretty big fire, even though I have a 6-burner stove. Probably going to have to chop some wood. But yeah, I see a couple saplings back there. Bun bun! I'm not seeing a deer carcass back here. I don't know if it didn't spawn in. Maybe they changed things. Or maybe I was crazy. Well, there's definitely going to be one on the ice, I bet. Right, how are my pockets doing? Sorry, buddy, but you kind of literally walked into it. So, yeah, there we go. I got it. Yeah, you know. But I also got to go back and pick up all that wood. It's going to take hours to clean this bird. But let's head back. I got everything I can get through this area that I'm looking for right now, anyway. Yeah, I think once I get to Mystery, any old man's beard like I see, I'm going to start snatching it up. But I got a lot of stuff to carry back right now already. Let's focus on getting, like I said, a couple bandages made. They're super lightweight. But there's a bunch here, and I will be back here, so it'll be worth taking the long walk around to get everything. Hey, I said the name of the title, or, you know, the title of the video. Alright. But I think when we get back, I'm going to shoot a wolf, at least one. And, oh, maybe we'll shoot another. Am I not? Okay. Give me my shell casing. Hmm. All right. That's all I really need from that guy. And you're like, pizza, why? Look, rifle score, and I don't feel like bouncing this wolf 14 times as I walk through this narrow little area. So the video game wolf is no more. That's what, that's what happened. Boop, 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 boop. But yeah, I don't want to clean that thing. I got a rabbit, I got a ptarmigan, I got guts, I got 15 pounds of wolf meat, and then the Alabama came out. And then I got to pick up this firewood I left behind too. What time it is. Alright. Oh, I might. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Get all my goods. Go. Hey, run! I can. What's up, Bones? You're safe for now, but this sapling isn't. All right, we start heading towards that Travoy. I'll probably down a deer in Mystery Lake to have some meat there, so I'll just get the skin from it then. One less thing to be carrying around. And if you watch me, and especially like the Pilgrims to Noob series, you know, a lot of times we walked around with stuff we shouldn't have been walking around with. Or at least, you know, when you start preparing to switch to something else. Oh, maybe we should have looked around that other deer. Oh well. Sun's going down. It's going to get colder. Let's see if we can shoot a wolf before that happens. Poor Astrid is hungry. Now, in an immersion run, when I'm playing, I probably turned off parasites, so I can probably eat wolf meat and bear meat. Again, pizza was a sous chef. There are ways to cook those kinds of meats where you don't have to worry about it. But there's the other deer carcass right there. So there's 4 up here.
The sun is setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
You see, both these guys hang out. Yeah, both these guys hang out up there where the ptarmigan hang out. It's like, I bet I only get one shot at this and it's on the ice. Well, if tradition continues, I'll clean this and get a blizzard, but we'll see. We got fog. Alright, I'll take it. We did get an immediate weather
This
change,
pack
though.
is getting too heavy to carry.
Just want to point that out. Alright, I was coming across ice like this, shot you here. I think it popped me back behind you, so... this way? Not looking very lodge-like, is it? So where am I? Maybe if I find the deer. Yeah, it's fun to be turned around when you're super heavy. What was coming at me? Bam. Yeah, maybe... I hear the ptarmigan. That's a good sign. So, this way... Great. Okay, here's a lamp. There's another one. I hear ptarmigan. God dang it. Why can't I just stay facing the way I was facing? I feel... yeah. There's bunnies. There we go. Well, it might be two sets of ptarmigan out here, or maybe I walked in a circle, or who knows. Won't know till tomorrow. Yeah, I hear him out. I'd love to do something about him, but there's really nothing I can do right now. I have way too much stuff. Alright, I'm just going to go start a fire. I'm going to start making water. Cooking wolf steaks.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Yeah, do what we can do with this stove right now. I need food and water either way. Oh, no. Alright, let's
I'm
eat
starving.
crackers. Astrid. Chips. This thing. Couple of these. Alright. Yeah, let's spend the next, 5 hours cleaning a rabbit and a bird. Alright, that's done. I'm gonna deal with most of this stuff in the morning. I don't think I'm going to do a fire right now, actually. I think what I'm going to do is go to bed. Empty my pockets. Worry about getting some firewood going in the morning. I might actually try to get my hands on those other ptarmigan. Yeah, I can break up. I can either break up some wood in here or go chop some wood outside. If I'm going to hunt ptarmigan, I might just do that when I'm out there. That's crazy. Yeah. I got more stuff to do. Like I said, I don't need to rush just yet. We'll live off candy bars and crunchy little things tonight. And we'll have tons of meat for tomorrow. There we go. Get some rest. Hopefully it's not another all-day blizzard or something. Do I want to update my iCloud stuff right now? No, I really don't. Thanks for asking. Okay, alright. Lights are on. Good. Other than the meat, I don't think I'm carrying anything particularly extra on me right now. Alright, let's check the weather. Do a little ptarmigan hunting. Alright, just to let everybody know, I'm going to be wrapping up pretty soon. I've got stuff to prepare for dinner. I gotta run and pick up my son from work. And, yeah.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Things to do. Places to go. People to see. Alright. We have one rock. That's what I was afraid of course you are. There we go. Alright. Got an option for a little more cooking if I want to. The weather is awful for gathering wood outdoors. Alright. I'm pretty sure they hang out over here. And occasionally they can get split, so there'll be like kind of a little group over there and a little group over here. The problem is I got this one rock. I should have ran up to the... There was definitely some around the lake. Alright, there's one. There's two, three, four. Yeah, okay. This guy won't be a guy if he doesn't move. Pretty close to him. Hey, when you guys chill? Alright, I still think my best shot's at this guy. See you, buddy. Good luck. Take luck. Right. I don't hear him. I think I'm going to walk away from this area for just a minute, though. Sometimes I swear they come back. Holy Jesus! When did that guy come up here? Where did he come from? Does he? They don't have a den? There's no den up here for bears. Jesus, do I do it? That's a ton of meat. I was gonna try to get up this tree. I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, this is... I need to think. I need to think. First of all, I can't believe there's a bear up here. Like I've added timber wolves and then like a bear up here. Again, he doesn't have a place to live up here. He lives down below. What did he do? The rope climb? Of course. Booty shot. That's all I got. Can I get around? I don't think so. Oh, headshot right here. Let's go. He's done. I swear to God, he turned the minute I shot. Like, as soon as I was pulling the trigger. Can I get up here? That's going to push me off. Okay. That didn't go well at all. I'm going to try it. No, it pushes you straight out. You can't go up any further. I don't think the slope is too high, though. That's super disappointing. What do you do? Go over the cliff? Where is he? I mean, I'm aware he doesn't really have anywhere to run. So that could have stalled him out quick. What is that? No. Can this bear go up and down this rope climb? What is happening? A blizzard. Because I shot something. This dude is gone. I don't even... I wasn't looking for tracks because I was like, he's got to be hung up around here. Yeah, I mean, I thought about hitting him with an arrow. He was just too close. I wish I had. I'm very confused. The only thing that can make sense to me right now is that he went around and I didn't see him. I don't even know how he got up here in the first place. He lives down here. That's where the bear cave is. Dude, I would laugh so hard if he was like... He is! Where is he? He sounds like he's down there, y'all. He's what? I mean, I knew the tracks would be gone. I shot him because I could cook it with a 6-burner stove right here. That's the only reason I pulled the trigger. I was like, man, this is way too early. This will take too long. I don't really want to be wasting that much time here. It's a waste of meat because I'm not going to be able to eat it. But it would be good cargo start. Man, you got to be kidding me. I think that guy's over there. All right. I really don't even know how to react right now. The bear can climb up here, and he can also get back down. So if he would like to climb back up here and die, that would be fantastic. I don't think that's going to happen, you guys. Well, here, all right. I was planning on, you know, wrapping her up anyway. We made it from the transfer pass back to, I keep saying back to, I'm so used to it. Made it from the transfer pass to Broken Railroad. We've had some good finds. We got an urban parka, you know. If you watch Pizza, that's one of my favorite bits of gear. It's my style. I like it. So yeah, that's good. We got some ptarmigan down. I'd like to get a little more. I think when I was walking around in circles, so I ended up back up this way. It just died. Did y'all hear that? He just dropped. And it sounded close. Alright, first thing... Alright, let me run over here and see if he's dead down at the bottom. Because then it doesn't really matter. Then I'm going to go back over here and look and see if maybe there's 2 bears. I mean, whatever just, like, I heard it die, so wherever he dropped was close. How that bear that ran off would have got back this close so fast, though, is a little weird. And, I mean, but, I mean, his cave is, like, pretty, it's, like, right over there. Alright, what's my weight like? Ridiculous, right? Yeah. Alright, let's drop all this meat. I'm like, man, I am moving so slow. Alright, let's drop all this meat. I'm gonna go see if there's a dead bear up here somewhere. I don't think there is. At least double check that before we finish. Anyway, what was I saying? We got some good clothing. We are hopefully going to find a head wrap down below. Right. We should be moving quicker. I swear he sounded like he died over here. Like, was he stuck on the rocks or something? Keep it down there. Alright. Let me grab these mushrooms I missed. Ladies and Jackalfiends, boys and squirrels, people of all types and ages, we have once again found another random long dark thing. Okay. He sounded so close, like he was like, but above me. And you know they can path up weirdly sometimes on these rocks. Wow, I didn't know there was this many mushrooms. Again, we are definitely leaving here with just the acorns, mushrooms, and rose hips. A couple of buns and whatever. Maybe I'll chop up this wolf if I don't find this bear. Yeah, we'll definitely have cooking level 3. And we should walk out of here with a couple pies in our pockets. And we're probably going to need it for the extra carry weight. You're like, find the bear. Well, if I find him, I need some of this. I don't really need the mushrooms, I guess. Alrighty. So, did he die, like, up, like, around here? Like, we're not gonna have any tracks, no blood trail. That stuff just lasts for, like, a minute or two. Well, he did die pretty quickly, though. So, I mean... maybe it registered a chest shot. Weather's not going to allow any crows, so that's kind of a bummer. I wonder if he, like I said, went around. Got wrapped up in here. I don't understand how I could have heard him die way over there when I was, like, right there. Like, if I shoot a bear and then cross the map, will I still hear it die? That doesn't make any sense. Is that a sapling? There it is. What time is it? I mean, it's kind of a dumb move, but I think I'm going to run down there. I just want to see. At this point, I want to know what happened. I mean, I'm pretty sure that bear glitched up here. Glitched back down. And then for some reason, I heard it die down below.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
The only thing that could kind of make sense is if I let the fence open. Like I said, he went... oh, man. How would he... but they don't... he wouldn't track all the way up here. That wouldn't make any sense. Video games don't always have to make sense. I know. Believe me, I know. I'm a big purveyor of that truth. Nope. Nothing. Yeah, I'm going to push this mystery just a little bit further because my son was like, I either get up around 3 or, like, I'll be stuck there till, like, 6, 7 o'clock, so. No text yet. Alright, I am, like I said, I want to know. I think this bear's going to be dead down here. I don't remember shutting the gate behind me coming up here. I usually do, but I also sometimes don't. So that's the only thing I can think of. He came, he appeared up there. I don't even know if he could fit through this thing though. And the luck of him, like, he would have to run. I guess if he ran into it and pushed to the side. I'll tell you what's going to make me mad, though. If I come down here, and there's a bear wandering around, and there's, you know, my bear's stuck on one of these rocks somewhere. Is this cave? I think this cave is the next one over, isn't it? No, I think it's this one. Because I swear a dude came home and died. For me to have heard that. Alright, so this isn't the bear cave. Let's grab this fire window. That could come in handy. The bear cave is the one that's actually a little further down. Okay. And again, I'm not sure how I would have heard that where I was standing. Like, this kind of makes sense. To where I was. I think this bear might be glitching all over the map. Peek inside. Hey, buddy, it is a bad day for you. I'm sorry.
I'll take it.
Not right now. We'll take that, though. Alright. We're looking for either a live bear or a dead bear. But there better be some kind of bear around. I'm super pissed if I lost another bear this way. Thing just yeets off into the universe. Stop that. Like I said, looking forward to Black Frost. Let's fix a few things in this one. There's no way where I was standing I should have heard this bear bleh, 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 bear die anywhere around here. I was gonna say, that's full of wolves. There's just no way. Unless, like, that's not even the cave. Let's switch tactics here. In case I feel like doing anything. Whatever. Alright, yeah, go eat rabbits. Or deer or something. Get out of here. If there's not a dead bear in here. So, it's not a... Oh! You know where you might be? Up where the deer was. Up in the top. Okay, 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 okay. But still, that means he got around me. Which still doesn't really make sense. Alright, y'all want to take bets? You guys can always comment on my videos. Who thinks they'll find the bear? So if you happen to be watching, you got your phone in your hand. You know, it doesn't have to be right now. But if you're watching this video later, etc., let me know. I think I've got a 20% chance of finding the bear. I'll say 25, and I'm going to say I'm 25% chance of finding the bear. And I feel optimistic just to be optimistic. I think we're going to end up going up here and cleaning out this stupid wolf. Wasting an entire day looking for a bear that's like sitting on a rock somewhere up here for some reason that makes no sense. That's what I think. Since there's no bones or anything in this cave to indicate that it is an actual bear cave, I swear to God I thought there used to be. Maybe But there's still a bear down here. So where does he live? What's going on? But anyway, I'm kind of wondering. Oh, whatever. I'm kind of wondering if maybe they made the cave up top of Bear Cave. I mean, I was in there earlier. I didn't see any bone. We should be cooking bear steaks. Right now. Making water, getting ready to make teas and acorns. Nope. Once again, Pieces wasting his time, getting his clothing soaking wet, wrecking the durability of things. Looking for not an imaginary bear, but an invisible bear. Also, feel free to go watch any of my older videos and see if you can spot the ones where we've lost bears. Don't worry, it won't take you long. Nice. Weather's getting worse. I don't even have it in me to hold the controller. I'm so depressed right now. I'm going into auto walk. Like, you could have made it up there and died. Like, this game. What did he do? Did he climb this tree? I think he's... I think he's dead up there. I really do. Alright, let's check this back area there just in case. I swear I don't really understand how I would have heard him die all the way back here either. Now, I hope you guys could pick that up when it happened, or you can rewind it and go listen to it. Turn your headphones up. I'm telling you, I heard a bear die. Blah, blah. And again, I was in this cave. It's not a bear cave. And then, but this is the only thing I can really think of. He's like, I mean, this little area right here is so broken into so many pieces. Maybe he's, I don't know, stuck on a thing somewhere. All I know is what happened. I shot a bear. He ran. I should have started chasing him. That's my bad, right? I'm like, where'd he go? Because I didn't see him head off to the left side of the ice. There's no dead bear in here. It's not a bear cave either. What's up, bum buns? Anyway, we're gonna get cold and wet. At least the wind's picking up. I know it sounds funny to say, but won't get quite as wet. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to have a fire to try to harvest this probably frozen wolf by now. Yeah, it's just gone. I'll look around on the ice just a little bit, maybe towards the back where the dead deer is. But anywhere within a radius of where I can say that would have been around where I hear, like the bear didn't sound like he died directly beside me. Okay, it wasn't like that. It sounded to me, like I said, like he was up. Here, I'll show you in a sec. Dead bear sounded like he was up there. Now, I've actually tried to climb that tree limb. You can't. The only other places I can think where he might be is over where we shot the ptarmigan. Or back there by that rock. But I'm about to, like I said, I mean, I pretty much could have guaranteed we weren't going to find this guy. Oh, you can get up here. Alright, let's see if we did get up here. I don't want to get stuck. I'm afraid if I... Yeah. So that's as far as I can go. So again, we were like here picking mushrooms when he died. I heard him die. Blah. And again, if I had to guess, like I said, it seemed like he was right up above me. And as you can see, occasionally there are ways, like, if I can path up there, they can path up there, right? The only thing is that if they can path up there, it doesn't mean that I can path up there. Isn't that fun? I was going to say, for some reason I'm hanging off a ledge there. Alright, I'm going to check the last few places I think this bear could be. And we're going to call it an episode. Well, you know, we're going to call it an episode. I'm going to go clean that wolf. I wonder if he, like... Again, I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Right, let's just confirm what I already knew. I wasted a bullet once again on a bear. I'll try to get every vantage point I can to see if I can see a big lump of bear laying dead somewhere. Nope. I really do wish that the weather was better so we could get some crows, and I bet there'd be crows flying up above there. Alright. Anyway, so last place I could think of where he might have gotten stuck is like back here. But also I'm not clear as to how I would have heard him die. And it certainly didn't sound like it was over in this direction, so... And I was standing right there after I shot him on that tree that's bent over, so... Yeah. Oh. And the last spot is down here by this rock. And again, you guys, I solved the case of the missing bear as soon as I realized we had a bear up here and I shot it. I should have known better. Oh well. Anyway. I had a good time. It doesn't always go the way you want in the long dark, whether it's just because of the nature of the game, because you took a poor shot, because of bears that are able to disappear in the blink of an eye, and teleport themselves to wherever they'd like to be. So that's always fun too. Or you get a random crash. Who knows? Anyway, like I said, we made it all the way from transfer pass. We got some goodies. We're going to clean up this. I'm going to clean up this wolf after I finish here, and then we'll have that for the next episode. We're going to do the 6 burner stove thing. We're going to cook a bunch of acorns, bunnies, ptarmigan, and wolf meat, and try to get that cooking level score up to 3 so we can make some pies and carry a bunch of this junk out of here. And get a little setup in Mystery Lake going. But in the meantime, I want to thank everybody that happens to tune in, say hello. I want to say thanks to Mrs. Wright. Thank you for joining in, as always. Appreciate you. Great to talk to you. And I'm glad you're doing well. Anybody else, again, if you happen to catch the video and I'm streaming, feel free to say hello. Jump in. We can talk about stuff. It's all good. We talk about the long dark, whatever. But I appreciate you guys. Also, thanks to everybody who subscribes and likes. You guys are amazing. And that's going to do it for this one. All right, if you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you see this at a later date or time, thanks for watching. I really hope you guys are out there having a great day, and y'all be good to each other.